Take this test now. 7 body signs that may indicate your life expectancy with Professor Rex 60 Plus. If your body could give you clues about how many more healthy years of life you might have left, would you want to know? Well then, welcome to another great life lesson. This is Professor Rex speaking, and today we're embarking on a fascinating journey. A journey of self-discovery, because most people, the vast majority, ignore the signals their own bodies send every day. Your body, my friend, may be trying to tell you something right now. Small signs, things you might think are normal for your age or unimportant. But science, that old friend of ours, has been studying these signs in depth. And some of them are simply amazing. I promise you that over the next few minutes, you'll be looking at yourselves in a whole new way. Today, we're going to reveal 7 signs, 7 clues your body provides. And I'll tell you, sign number 7 is the one that most impresses experts, including me, Professor Rex. It's the one that touches the soul and that most of us would never imagine. But I won't give anything away yet, okay? First, let's build this discovery together. And best of all, during this video, you won't just be spectators. You can take a simple self-test right here where you are. A way to get to know your own body better and, who knows, find an opportunity for transformation. But before we begin this journey, I need to know where my students are coming from today. The classroom of life is full, and I love knowing who's here. So, write in the comments your age and what city you're watching from. Professor Rex loves getting to know each and every one of you. It's a pleasure to have you here. Shall we move on? Now, before we get to the signs, I need to be completely clear with you. And this is important. This video is not a prediction of the future. Nobody, absolutely nobody, can know exactly how many years a person will live. Life is unpredictable and full of mysteries. But, and this is a big but, science has discovered that certain signals from our bodies, small markers of our physiology, are strongly associated with health, our independence, and yes, longevity. They are not a sentence, but rather a thermometer of our well-being. It's like the warning lights on your car's dashboard. They light up to let you know something needs attention. It's not the end of the world, but it's a signal for you not to ignore it and to take the car to the mechanic. Our bodies are no different. Ignoring these signs can be costly, but on the other hand, identifying and addressing them can open the doors to a longer, more active, and, above all, happier life. So, let's roll up our sleeves and find out what your body is trying to tell you. Let's start with the first sign. And be prepared, because it's one of the most revealing. Signal 1, hand grip strength. Sign number 1, hand grip strength. That's right, the firmness with which you shake someone's hand, or simply the strength you have in your hands, is a very powerful indicator. Did you know that several studies have shown that hand grip strength is directly related to overall health, the ability to perform daily tasks, and even survival in people over 60? Think about it. Can you open a jar of preserves easily, or do you need to ask for help? Can you carry your own shopping bags from the market to your car? And when you shake someone's hand, do you feel their grip is firm or more loose? Science explains this in a very simple way. Our muscle strength is a reflection of our health reserve. When we are strong, it means that our muscle mass is preserved, our nerves are functioning well, and our body in general is in a good state of preservation. Loss of strength in the hands is one of the first signs that sarcopenia, which is the fancy name for age-related muscle loss, may be progressing faster than it should. I'm going to tell the story of Mr. Joao, whom I'll affectionately call Mr. Joao. He was 72 years old and had always been a hard-working, active man. One day, he came to talk to me, looking a bit downcast. He said he felt less of a man because he could no longer help his wife open the bedroom window, which was heavy. He had to ask his grandson for help, and he hadn't realized it, but this bothered him deeply. We think they're small things, but they're small battles that we lose which make us increasingly dependent on others. And this affects our self-esteem. The good news is that strength isn't destiny, it's a habit. Mr. Joao, with a few simple changes to his routine and guidance from a professional, managed to regain a good portion of his strength. You don't need to become a bodybuilder. That's not the point. But simple exercises with a rubber ball or an elastic band, done regularly, can already make a huge difference. And it's not just for opening jars. It's about maintaining your ability to take care of yourself, to be independent. But hand strength is just the beginning, the tip of the iceberg. Because health isn't just about muscle strength. It's revealed in our ability to move through the world. And that leads us to the second sign. What if I told you that your walking speed can tell you as much about your health as a blood test? That's right. But wait until you discover the next sign, because it surprises even many doctors. Let's find out now. Signal 2, walking speed. Sign number 2, walking speed. That's right, the speed what you walk with. Seems simple, doesn't it? But believe me, it's one of the most studied signs in geriatrics. Let's do a simple exercise together, just in our imagination. Think about the street where you live. When you walk to the corner or to your neighbor's house, what's your pace? Do you walk with firm, decisive steps, or do you drag your feet a little? Do you feel your walk has slowed down in recent years? Walking speed is an excellent marker of vitality. Why? Because to walk well, we need an integrated set of systems. We need strong muscles, a healthy heart and lungs that pump oxygen, a nervous system that coordinates all movements, and good vision and balance. Walking fast is a symphony of parts of our body working in harmony. When this symphony falls out of tune and the rhythm slows down, it's a sign that something might not be quite right. Walking too slowly, for example, is linked to a higher risk of falls, greater dependence for daily activities, and yes, a lower life expectancy compared to those who maintain a faster pace. I know the story of Dona Maria, 68 years old. She was an active lady, but in recent months she started walking more slowly, more hunched over. She was complaining of tiredness in her legs, but said it was normal, until, talking to her daughter, she decided to investigate. They discovered a circulatory issue that was starting. And thanks to this discovery, she was able to start treatment, and today, she is faster and more energetic than ever. Her body was giving her a warning, and she listened. The speed of your walk isn't about running, it's not about competing. It's about independence. It's the ability to cross a park, to go to the supermarket, to visit a friend. Every step we take is a vote of confidence in our own ability to move around independently. But walking and using our hands for strength require us to stand, right? And what keeps us upright and prevents those dreaded falls is balance. And this can be tested right now. The third sign can be observed right now without you even leaving your chair. Shall we see? Sign 3, body balance. Sign number 3, body balance. I want you to do a test with me, but very carefully and safely. If you feel any dizziness or discomfort, stop immediately, okay? If you are sitting, stand up. Now stand near a wall or a sturdy chair if you need support. Stand with your feet slightly apart, shoulder width apart. Now, carefully lift one foot off the ground by bending your knee and try to maintain your balance in this position for 10 seconds. Just 10 seconds. Did you manage it? And with the other foot? This simple test is a great indicator of your neurological and muscular health. Balance isn't just about not falling. It's the ability of our vestibular system, the one in our ear that helps us orient ourselves, our vision, and the pressure receptors in our feet and joints to work together. What's fascinating is that as we age, our ability to balance naturally decreases. But when it decreases rapidly, it's a warning sign. This can indicate muscle weakness, ear problems, or even the onset of some neurological conditions that can be treated if detected in time. Real-life examples. How many times have we heard, "Oh, he fell, but he was distracted"? Sometimes a fall isn't an accident. It's the body warning that the base, the foundation, isn't as firm as it should be. And I know that's frightening. The fear of falling is one of the biggest concerns for those over 60, and rightly so. A fall can brutally limit our lives. But fortunately, balance, like strength, can be trained and improved. But did you know that one of the factors that most impacts our balance and overall health is inside our mouths? That's right, most of us don't make that connection. And few people imagine that the next sign appears literally inside the mouth. Let's discover this surprising connection. Sign 4, oral health. Professor Rex. Sign number 4, oral health. The mouth. Our mouth is the gateway to the body. But it's not just that. It's an entire ecosystem. And the health of your gums and teeth says a lot about your overall health. Did you know that gingivitis, inflammation of the gums, is a chronic inflammation? And it doesn't just stay there in your mouth. This inflammation leaks into the bloodstream and inflames other organs. Surprise effect. That's right. Very recent studies show that periodontal disease, inflammation of the gums and bone loss around the tooth, is strongly associated with a higher risk of heart disease, strokes, and even the worsening of diabetes. It's a connection that many doctors and dentists are calling the mouth-body link. How is your chewing? Can you still eat an apple or a raw carrot? Or do you avoid these foods because they hurt or because your teeth aren't strong enough? This isn't a minor detail. It's about quality of life. Realistic story. I remember a student, Donna Helena, 75 years old. She complained of fatigue and body aches. She had every possible test done. Then we started talking about her diet. She told me she was eating a lot of soup and purees because it was easier. When we looked into it, we found out she had several damaged teeth and wore dentures that didn't fit well. Because of this, she avoided harder, fibrous foods, which are precisely the most nutritious. She was eating poorly, lacking vitamins and fiber due to poor oral health. This affected her digestion, her energy levels, and, in the long run, the health of her entire body. When she treated her oral problems, everything improved. Her energy, her diet, and even her mood. So, taking care of your mouth isn't just about having a beautiful smile. It's about living better. And speaking of living better, nothing beats a good night's sleep, right? But what few people know is that the quality of our rest is one of the most neglected aspects among the elderly. And I believe that this neglect can be the Achilles heel for many. Shall we move on to the next aspect? Sign 5, sleep quality. Sign number 5, sleep quality. One of the most precious and, at the same time, one of the most neglected. Direct and identification questions. Let me ask you a few questions. Do you wake up in the morning feeling rested and refreshed? Or do you feel like you haven't slept at all? Do you have trouble falling asleep? Or do you wake up several times during the night and can't get back to sleep? Do you feel very sleepy during the day? Explanation. I know. Many of you might be thinking, "Oh, Professor, poor sleep is normal at my age." And I understand. It's a common belief. But believe me, it's not ideal. It's not something we should accept without question. Sleep is the time when our brain cleans up. It's when the body recovers, consolidates memory, and regulates hormones that are fundamental to our health, such as cortisol, stress hormone, and insulin, sugar hormone. When we don't sleep well, our immune system weakens, we become more irritable, our memory can fail, and the risk of diseases like Alzheimer's, diabetes, and depression increases. Poor sleep quality is a risk factor for all of these. As we age, it's true that our sleep patterns change. We sleep a little lighter, but that doesn't mean we should settle for a terrible night's sleep. Our bodies are telling us, I need to rest better, and technology, habits, and routines can interfere significantly. The light from a cell phone, a very heavy dinner, or a very long afternoon nap can be the culprits. There's nothing worse than spending the night awake, staring at the ceiling, thinking about life, worried about the children, about the bills. I know how it is, and often we just stay there, suffering in silence, thinking it's normal, but it's not. Your body is crying out for help. There are simple solutions. Create a regular sleep schedule, avoid coffee and sugar at night, make your bedroom darker and quieter, and talk to your doctor about any suspected sleep apnea or other disorders. Small changes that can transform your nights and days. And when we sleep well, we wake up with more energy. But this energy doesn't always translate into movement. The next sign might be appearing in your legs right now. Let's see. Sign 6, ability to stand up from chair. Sign number 6, the ability to stand up from a chair. Practical, simple, and very revealing test. You're sitting down, right? Now pay attention. Try to stand up from your chair without using your hands for support. Place your hands on your shoulders or to the side and simply try to stand up. Did you manage it? Was it easy? Did you need to balance? Or did you use your arms to propel yourself? Getting up from a chair without using your hands requires a powerful combination: leg strength, motor coordination, and dynamic balance. It's a movement we make dozens of times a day, and how we do it is a true diagnosis of our mobility. I want you to assess your performance now. If you were able to stand up easily and without wobbling, that's a great sign. It means your muscles and nervous system are in good condition. If you had difficulty, needed support, or felt your knees lock up, that's a yellow alert. Ah, professor, that was difficult. That's okay, my friend. The important thing is to acknowledge it. This sign isn't here to scare you, but to show you the importance of strengthening your legs. Supported squats, uphill walking, or simple weight training exercises can help you regain that ability. Many of us, when we're sitting down, for example, look at the floor and think, it's so far away. And it is a challenge indeed, but overcoming it is synonymous with independence. We've already seen 6 signs. Your body has already spoken through the strength of your hands, the speed of your walk, your balance, your oral health, the quality of your sleep, and the strength of your legs. Now we've arrived at the signal that most attracts the attention of researchers, what I consider the most important of all. And I've prepared the big reveal for our final segment. Signal 7, social connections. Sign number 7, social connections. And this one touches the soul. This is the sign that most impresses longevity experts. Science has categorically proven that loneliness and social isolation are as, or even more, harmful to health than smoking, obesity, or high blood pressure. This is not a metaphor. It is a biological fact. When we are alone, without purpose, without companionship, our bodies produce stress hormones that make us sick. Do you stay in touch with your friends? Are you part of any groups, a church, a book club, a dance circle? Do you call your children and grandchildren? Or do you wait for them to call you? The quality and frequency of your social interactions are one of the biggest predictors of a long and happy life. I'm going to tell the story of a very dear student, Donna Laura. She was 78 years old, an intelligent widow, but very isolated. Her daughter lived in another country, and she spent her days indoors watching television. Over time, her health began to deteriorate. Unexplained pains, deep sadness, lack of appetite. We talked, and I encouraged her to take a small step. Donna Laura, how about going to the community center around the corner? Just to have a coffee. She resisted at first. I'm not going. I don't know anyone. With much insistence, she went, and she found a group of ladies who played cards and knitted. She fit in perfectly. At first, it was difficult, but today, she is the soul of that group. She told me, "Professor, I thought my life was over when my husband passed away. I was just waiting for my time, but I was wrong. I still have so much to live for, and now I have someone to live it with." Don't underestimate the power of a conversation, a hug, a shared smile. Human connection is medicine, is fuel for the soul. It gives us purpose, and when we have a purpose, we want to live. We wake up wanting to live. Ask yourself now, how are your social connections? Are you nurturing your relationships? Or are you isolating yourself, thinking that nobody needs you? If you feel this is an area that needs attention, know that you are not alone, and that it is possible to change. It is possible to seek new friendships, new activities, new circles. Your body and mind will thank you. Professor Rex's special block. Now, I want to talk to you from a very special place. We've come a long way together today, discovering 7 valuable signals our bodies give us. But perhaps the greatest secret to longevity isn't just living longer. Perhaps the greatest secret is to live years that are truly worthwhile. It may be of no use to have the strength of a young person, the speed of an athlete, and perfect oral health if you are alone, if you have no one to share a good laugh, a good story, a good meal with. Longevity is not a race against time. It's a dance with life. It's the ability to wake up every morning and feel gratitude for the new day. It's being able to walk and feel the breeze on your face. It's holding your grandchild's hand and feeling that warmth. It's having friends to tell your stories to and listen to theirs. Taking care of the body is fundamental. Exercising, eating well, sleeping better. That's our responsibility. It's what gives us autonomy. But taking care of the soul, nurturing relationships, seeking purpose, that's what gives meaning to the life we are living. Therefore, today, after watching this video, don't just focus on your strength or your balance. Look into your heart. Ask yourself, am I happy? Am I loving and being loved? Am I making a difference in someone's life? This, my dear students, is the great lesson of today. Life is a gift, and the best way to honor this gift is to live it to the fullest, with health in body and peace in soul. We've reached the end of our journey, but not the end of your self-discovery. Let's quickly review the 7 signals your body may be sending. Hand grip strength, your muscular strength. Walking speed, your vitality and mobility. Body balance, its foundation and coordination. Oral health, the connection between the mouth and the rest of the body. Sleep quality, restorative rest for your body and mind. Ability to stand up from a chair, the strength of your legs. Social connections, the strength that comes from love and togetherness. Now, I want to extend an invitation to everyone who has made it this far. Write in the comments, How many of these signs do you believe are going well? Which one do you feel you need to improve? Don't be ashamed to share. Creates a sense of community. You may find that many students here go through the same challenges as you, and together we can support each other. A word of encouragement can make a difference in someone's life. And if this content was useful, if it made you think, if it gave you a new perspective, I ask you a big favor. Like this video. This helps the channel reach more people who need to hear these words. Share this with your friends, your family, and that special person you think might benefit from this information. Subscribe to the Professor Rex 60 Plus channel and please turn on notifications so you don't miss any of our upcoming classes, which will feature even deeper and more transformative content. And that's all for today. Remember, your body speaks. It's up to you to listen and, with love and wisdom, take care of your greatest work of art, your life. I am Professor Rex, and it was a great honor to have you all in this classroom today. A big hug to everyone, and until our next meeting,